Hi everyone, thank you for joining us here today. It is great to have your company. We have got yet another one of our web shows here from Highlight Crafts. These are fabulous because we get the opportunity to be able to pass on a really good saving to you. You get an incredible saving with a brand new bundle every single time. So we can create fabulous prices with your much loved products and some that you may have never even seen before either. So today we've got our ceramic creations. Now your item code for this one is BL0833. So you can go straight over to the Highlight Crafts website and find that one and pop it in your basket straight away. Now, what are you getting in here? This is going to give you your washi sticker paper, and you're going to get 10 A4 sheets of that. You're also going to get your ceramic porcelain tray, which is already glazed. You're going to get a liquid leaf set from Cadence, which is absolutely fabulous. It is a resin kit, and I'm going to talk you all the way through it. It's brilliant. And you're also going to get 3 paintbrushes. Now, when you see that was $44.96. We're giving it you today at an incredible price for $24.99. And of course, if you are a Highlight Crafts Club member, you're getting it for $22.49, giving you an incredible saving of $22.47. That's like almost half price. That's amazing. So an incredible deal that we've got for you today with that Ceramic Creations bundle. And I wanted to give you something that is, of course, the substrate to actually apply the product to, something to apply it with, and the product itself. So you've essentially got an incredible kit to make a beautiful, beautiful creation. Now, here's a little insight as to what we're going to be creating. Now, with this, what I've done is I've actually created some, just some different shapes with the washi paper that you're getting here, because of course you can use your washi sticker paper as a masking medium, as well as a tracing medium, and of course a printable substrate. So what I've done here is I've actually masked off corners and circular elements, and I've used our Cadence liquid leaf. I mean, look at that, it is incredible. This is that true art form of gilding with a actual resin medium. So it's a solvent-based medium, and I'm going to talk you through the product momentarily, but again, these are the results that you can get now onto glassware, onto wooden items, porcelain, pottery that's kiln fired, that's not even got a glaze on yet. You can do it on so many different things, as well as on the top of resin projects. So it's something that really spans through a true art form, but it's adaptable for everybody. Now, again, with your liquid leaf set, with this particular product, it comes in 2 little bottles. I'm going to show you here, but you get so much inside these bottles. You've got so much to get out with this. Now, you've got your powder form, and you've also got your resin. Okay, now in the powder, it's like the finest, most beautiful cosmic dust you could ever wish to work with. That's what will formulate into your medium. And of course, to react with that, to actually create the compound, you're going to get the resin here, which is inside this pot. So you've got your resin in here, and you mix the 2 together. Also as well, a little bit of housekeeping. When you're working with the Cadence liquid leaf, as I'm here today, I've got the window open in the studio. You want to have a door open, have it ventilated. If it's a nice sunny day, do it outside. But because it is a solvent-based product, you just want to have a bit of ventilation in there. And of course, that there is a recommendation when using anything that's not necessarily always water-based. But again, really quick, really efficient, but super contained as well. With these pots in this size, you can work directly from the pot, so you don't have to keep the lids open. But anyway, into the crafting itself. So what we're going to do with this is with your ceramic tray, and I absolutely love these because they have little compartments in them. And again, if you want to check out the website for loads of other products that we've got, your Cadence Aquastone Varnish, which we have in stock at the moment, this is brilliant. You could actually glaze this entire porcelain pot afterwards with your Aquastone, and then it's food grade. You know, you can be serving out your nibbles on here for your guests when they're coming round. Maybe it's going to be a make you're going to be selling, a beautiful Mother's Day gift maybe. You can actually do anything you want on here. This is just the design that I chose to do because I really want to share with you in this video how you can actually use the product. And then again, you can, you know, the world's your oyster with it, really. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little paint palette here. And with this paint palette, I'm actually going to pop it inside a cellophane bag, just a bit of leftover packaging. I'm going to put it inside there because I'm not going to add to this because this is for all my water-based paints, but we can still use this on here. You may have seen me yesterday on Create and Craft with some paints, and I was using this palette for many different mediums, but I'm going to put my solvent bases on here today. So I've got my palette prepped. I've then also got the washi sticker paper. Now with your washi sticker paper, of course, you've got the film, which means that the backing comes away. Use this and keep it because you can use that as a paint palette. Because again, it's that sort of non-relief paper. And then you've got your washi here, which is your frosted side. Now what I've actually done with this piece here is I'm going to share with you what it looks like, is I've cut out with my dies, I've ran it through with just 4 metal dies with my essential shapes, just my fundamental dies here. and I've cut out 4 circles. Okay, so again, you can go to the website, use any shape you want, whether it's a square, rectangle, circle, a heart shape, a diamond, a floral, you name it. And what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to snip these up and divide them into 4. So we've got our 4 circles. Let's snip here, straight down through the center. Just make them a little bit smaller so they're easier to manage. And I've done them spaced out because I'm still going to save all of these scraps of washi paper because you'll see what they're used for. But I'm going to just make them a little bit smaller. There we go. And I'm making stencils. Okay, so it's almost like you're working with a vinyl, but this washi sticker paper is brilliant for when you're going onto ceramic. Hence why we've managed to pop it in that bundle, giving you that incredible saving. I mean, $22.49 for all of that is amazing. So what I'm going to do, and as well, I'm not going to lie to you, we have got a limited amount of these available. Okay, so these are, if you're watching now, you want to get it. I'm going to put this on the plate eventually. So I'm just going to snip these ones off. And then my last one here, I'm just going to take some of those edges off so it's just a little bit easier. I'm going to snip the corners. There we go. And just on here, we can always snip it down more if we need to. So we've got our 4 circular stencils we've created. And then with that same sheet, we've still got this panel here, almost A5 that's left over. And you've still got 9 sheets left within your pack. So this is going to go a very long way, let alone the mediums themselves. But the substrate that we're going to use, it's just fabulous. So with these, I'm going to start off with the remainder that I've got left. And I'm actually going to take my guillotine to it. You can use a scalpel if you don't have a guillotine. We'll do the exact same thing. This is just a little bit quicker. So what I'm going to do is actually take 2 strips that are just under 1 inch in width. And I'm going to take my tray that I've not added any paint to yet, and we're going to mask off those corners, okay? And because it's got a beveled edge, it's got shaped and it's domed and it's beautifully finished, this tray. It's fired, it's got a gloss on there already. But with that in mind, that means we can still apply our Cadence mediums to it because you've got your hybrid, you've got your hybrid metallics, but the liquid leaf will adhere to this, okay? So we're going to go with our masking, and I've got these strips here. So what I'm going to do is essentially take 1 strip, here we go, and I'm going to actually create a line across this corner, right? So I'm going to go just here, just smooth it over with my finger and follow the line up, okay? You can see instantly, it literally is turned invisible. You can hardly even see it. But there, if I just tilt it to the side, you can see where that faint strip is. So I'm going right up to the edge. There we go. And then with those little bits that I said were scraps and leftovers that I've put here to the side, I'm going to take 1 here. And then with that, I'm going to create an edge. So here, just down the side, I'm going to create an edge just here that we've got. And again, look how it peels away from the ceramic. It doesn't tear the paper and it leaves no sticky residue behind. That's why you want this washi sticker paper, okay? So I'm going to put a little line there. There we go. Fold that underneath, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So again, I'm going to find another scrap that I've got left over, and you're going to end up with loads from here. So this means you can do multiple projects. So the ceramic tray that you've got in here, it is an actual bonus because again, when you actually weigh up the prices of those items individually, I mean, you can see them on the website. You can see how much you would be paying. You're getting an incredible saving. But that ceramic tray means that, again, if you've got plates at home, if you've got pottery that you want to add this to, you're going to have tons left. That means you can do gifts, you can replicate it, you could do a dinner set, you could do a whole tableware. It's great for baubles, glass ornaments. You're going to love it. Okay, so then with the last piece, I'm just going to pop it just again to that edge. You can see I've just smoothed it over just there. In fact, I'm going to get a slightly straighter line. And take your time with it. You've got no rushing with this at all. You really can take as long as you want with it. So now I know and I'm confident that that line there is smooth. We want to actually activate our liquid leaf. So with our paint palette, I'm going to bring this in and show you exactly the right amount to use and the consistency that you want to create with it. So let's have a look. Within here, you're getting a set of 3 fabulous quality paintbrushes. Now that is included within that price. Again, your item code is BL0833, and within that you're getting your paintbrushes, your liquid leaf, ceramic tray, and your washi paper. $22.49. I mean, what? That is amazing. So I'm actually going to use the second to largest. Let's have a look. So I'm going to take that one out. I'm using my second to largest brush, and I'm going to show you the product. Okay, I'm going to show you what you're getting in here. We're going to go straight in to the one that is almost like your resin. So you can see there, inside this, you can see the movement, okay? It's almost water-like. When you're in between using this, just keep the cap on, keep it sealed, because again, it will stop any evaporation whilst you're working with it. And again, it will stop any of those solvent fumes escaping from there when it's not necessary. So I'm going to dip straight in with my brush, okay? I'm going to put some on my palette. It's completely clear, but you can see that as I'm going out with the brush, it's almost like a clear gel-like formula. Then I'm going to go into this one. So we're going to pop the lid on our little bottle here, set that to one side, and then we're going to open this one. So again, in here, you've got all that really fine dust, okay? So let's go in with our brush and watch how it just coats the brush. Okay, look at that. It has just picked up all of that. Look at that brush. Okay, so we're going to start mixing it with that resin, okay? And look how opulently gold. You can't find a finish like that anywhere else. That's amazing. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more powder, bring that into here, and I'm then going to go back in and pick up a really small amount of our solvent. And you want the consistency to almost be like paint, okay? So I'm going right up to the edges. And when I say like paint, that could be any, you might be thinking, well, what paint? I've got loads of paints in my stash, they're all different. This here is the consistency that you want. It's like melted chocolate, okay? There we go, look at that, and it's not dripping. So if you're working with this and it's dripping from the brush back into the leftover medium, you know you want a bit more powder in there. So the consistency holds itself on the brush, doesn't drip, it's not pooling, and also when I tilt it down, you can see it's not traveling, it's not dripping, okay? So that there is the result that you want to achieve with this. So it's pretty much almost 50-50, okay? And with your brush, again, I've used the mid-range one, so the one that's between two sizes. That there I've found is the easiest one to work with, especially when doing this. But maybe if you're covering the whole tray, or you're gonna do half of it, you might want to do a bigger brush. So what I'm gonna do is bring our tray back in, and you're just gonna see the coverage. It's mind-blowing. I'm gonna go straight onto this corner, and straight away on the top, look at the coverage that we're getting with this. It is amazing. I mean, I cannot get my breath with the coverage of this. It's one coat coverage, okay? So as I'm going over, just on that corner there, I'm gonna continue to work my way around, but look at that. Look how it just covers the ceramic in one go. It is amazing. So I'm gonna go right around the edges, all up to that tape, okay? And what happens with this and the beauty of this, with it being solvent-based, as I'm going over with my brush, gently, almost kissing the surface, it gets rid of any brush marks. You don't get any brush marks left over at all. So it literally looks shop-bought. I can just imagine everyone's faces when they're using this. It's going to be amazing. So on this edge here, you can see I'm going to go straight over with that brush and look at that paint. It is, I mean, that edge there that we've just got, every single time I use it, I'm blown away. And for me, that is a product that really has its place within my stash. You can mask off the bottom if you don't want any overspill on there, of course, but no one's going to see that. But what I'm going to do is go right around the edge, and then I'm just going to burnish this with my brush. So you can see the detail of that there's no brush strokes, okay? Look at that. It looks like it's been dipped in liquid gold. Essentially it has, but you've done it. And it's that easy to do. So I'm going to go with the remainder that I've got left over. Again, I've only mixed enough for this corner because, again, we don't need any more than that just yet. So I'm going to go directly over this and look how it is continuing to travel. You get so much out of such a small portion, and I literally dipped my brush in the pot. That, for me, is a game changer, okay? So in the creative world of paint and mediums that we use, that, to me, is one that is wow, okay? So then what we do is I'm going to take away our masking tape. So look at this. It just comes away crisp and neat every time you do it. I'm going to take this one away from this edge. I mean, look at this that we're getting. The results are phenomenal. There we go. And you can see now why this masking is so important. Look at the sharp edges that we've created on here. It is just crisp, it's sharp, it's polished, and it is perfectionism. And again, with this being a solvent base, what you're essentially doing is waiting for that solvent to evaporate. The drying process is extremely quick. So when you've applied it to the surface, I'm in a pretty room temperature room today, so I would say it's maybe, I think 18 to 20 degrees in here. I have got the window open, so maybe a little bit cooler. It will dry within about 10 minutes, if that, okay? Really quick. You can go in with a hairdryer really quickly. I'm just going to show you. Straight over the top with a hairdryer, all over there. Okay, literally as quick as that, and already I can start to run my finger over it and I can feel where it's touched dry, okay? So literally super quick. So I'm going to rotate it round here, okay? And I've got my brush sat with me, and again, I'm going to keep this open, but what you can do is because it's solvent based, when you're cleaning it, you want to have a little pot, and I would recommend using either nail varnish remover or a little bit of white spirit that you'd use to clean a paintbrush that you've used for like gloss within your skirting boards and things like that. And that's the best way to clean your brushes out, okay? If you run it under a hot soapy tap, it's not going to come out of the brush. With nail polish remover, it will do it, and I'll share exactly at the end how to do that really quick and the safest way. So let's take one of our circles that we've got, okay? So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use it right into this corner. So again, I'm peeling off from my washi tape. I'm going to stick it, let's have a look, put it about there. So I'm going to work around with our washi tape. Let's have a look. And again, it's really easy to reposition, so it takes any of that anxiety away from doing projects like this. And again, it's one that when you look at it, again, I could actually take this off and use it again. See how I'm picking it back up? I'm actually maneuvering the washi paper, and I know for a fact I could then think, right, okay, I'll use it for another project when I'm done. So I'm going to put that one just here. Okay, so I've gone around the edge with that. And then again, I'm going to go back into our product. So let's just sit this in front of us, and we're going to go back into the liquid leaf. So again, bringing it back in with my brush I've still used, straight into our resin. So we're going into our resin here first, picking up some of that resin on the surface. There we go. And you'll notice as well, you might be thinking, whoa, you've just gone in with a brush that's still got a gold leaf on. Doesn't matter, okay? This is going to stay active and open, so do not worry about having to clean your brush every time you dip to and from pots. I'm then going to go straight into our powder form, again here, onto the surface and mix the two together. I'm making a similar size batch, if you like, with this product. And again, I'm creating the consistency, and it mixes so quickly and easily. But you can see the consistency there, it's not dripping off my brush. Really, really quick and easy to achieve. So let's actually bring our tray back in. So we're going to go straight over the top, simple brush strokes, just like this, going all the way around. And then again, really gentle with the brush over the top, burnishing almost that paint, taking your washi sticker away, just like that. And you have got these beautiful, beautiful results. I mean, look at this. As I'm holding it up to you here, you can see the shine. And I'm going to bring this around so you can see the circle there. I mean, look at that. Absolutely breathtaking. So let's do another corner. I'm going to show you again to get that technique to create that corner. I've got another piece of my washi paper to hand. Let's have a little look. Whereabouts are you? I did trim off two. This is where it gets exciting. I'm going to do another one. Right, let's go to our guillotine. I'm just going to trim off a piece. Just as easy as that. So easy to create your very own strips. And again, what you could do is you could do centimetre strip intervals and do the whole plate in stripes with gold. That would look amazing. You could then go over and do stripes in the horizontal and do a tartan with it. So it's like a checker plate. There's so much you can do. And again, you've got 10 A4 sheets within that bundle, and you're going to get it for $22.49 if you are a Highlight Crafts Club member. If you're not already, I would recommend joining now. And then all of the links to all of the products that I'm using in this video will be in the description as well. So again, if there's anything I've not covered or anything you think, oh, where was this from or that from, all the links will be available in there. Again, so check out that Ceramic Creations bundle that we've got for you. So again, I'm just going to lap this over the edge, just like that. I'm going to create a little bit more with my guillotine, just so then I can work into these side edges. And I'm going to snip with my scissors this piece here in half. There we go. So you can do projects in here with this medium in like 20 minutes. Like, you can do amazing projects in a very short space of time. So let's put this one just over this edge. There we go. And again, when we spoke about putting this bundle together, I could not believe the price we were able to get it out for you, which is just amazing. I think I'm peeling off a piece I've already used. Let me have a look. Okay, here we are. I wasn't. There we are, perfect. So when you're using the washi sticker paper, always just give it a curve first and it will naturally lift away. It will help. There we are. So let's just go right to that edge again. I'm going to actually smooth that down with my finger. And I've still got some medium left on my palette. So before we mix up a new batch, I'm going to use that up. Why not? We don't want any waste. So I'm going to actually go into that edge again, make sure it's smoothed down right up to the edges. If you do get any pleats or any creases within your tape as you're folding it into the corners, just run your fingernail smoothly over the edge and it will create an impression and adhere it down. But then look, this is what you want. It's the dream. It really, really is. when working with this paint. It's not only ultra satisfying, it's incredibly effective, but it's also one of those that makes you sit and look at it and think, wow, have I actually done that? That looks like it's being purchased for an awful lot of money and you've done it yourself. And those are the projects that for me are the ones that I want to do day in and day out. So I'm going to go on the edge. I'm going to continue to keep this paint traveling, going all the way around. And I call it a paint, but really it's a professional gilding medium. But the process of this I'm using as a painting, because again, we want to always tailor all of our products to having these super achievable, effective results. So I'm going right over, here we are, and look at that coverage. I mean, I've continued to use it. So I'm just going to take this one away. Look at this. Oh, it's just a satisfying bit. I love it. So again, I'm going to turn it around so you can see me peeling this piece off. Look at this. Wow, 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 I love it. And again, that piece, oh, it's taking it off for me down the edge. Look at that. It is amazing. I'm going to do another little dot here. So let's put, I don't know, let's use this one. And it's one of those where you just can't stop. It's so fun. You can do it on glassware as well. So think about table trays that you've got of glass. Maybe you want to do all of the edge. So where it's actually this beveled edge around here, maybe you're going to do it all around that detailing as well. It's brilliant. Now as well, you might have got a few more questions thinking, well, what else can I do with it and where can it go? If you were to put this product on this ceramic dish, and you've aquastoned it, you could then put it through in the top rack of a dishwasher on a 30-degree, half-an-hour cycle, and that there it's going to clean it for you. But what I would always recommend is when you've decorated a plate, when you've decorated pottery, anything at all with hand-painted paints, you can put them through the dishwasher. I always personally prefer to hand wash. It's just peace of mind in case anything was to knock, or, I mean, sometimes I've put lunch boxes in the dishwasher and they've come out and they've worked their way up onto the top tray. It can sometimes be quite powerful. But yes, absolutely, if you want to do that, you can do too. So it really is one of those that you think, wow, it can do that. It's incredibly durable, this paint, very, very hard wearing. So I'm going over the top, take that away, and just look at this. Wow. Obsessed is the word I think I'm going to use for this one. So let's put another just here, and I'm going to do a small circle patch just in that section there. Okay. Going back to our paint, and then I'm going to show you how to clean this brush. Straight into here. Again, I'm treating it almost like a burnishing tool, right over the top in there. The pigmentation of this is incredibly strong. By that I mean the coverage is incredible. I've never worked with anything like it, and Cadence coverage is world renowned. It's one of those where it is one to be watched, but this, I've never worked with anything like it. But that there you can see we've created what was our initial project. Slightly different where I've placed the dots. In fact, actually, they're pretty much the same. But that's how quick it is. This is how quick this product works. And again, where we started here on this edge, that very first corner is now dry. I can run my hand over it. So you can see it's dry already, just like that. It's evaporated, it's dried for us. And again, what you can do with this, again, check out the website for all the other products that we've got from Cadence. I would 100% with that bundle be putting the Cadence Aquastone in your basket. It will be a game changer, not just for this, but for many different products. And again, the link to this will be in the description of the video. But quickly, just before we go though, I'm just going to show you the brush cleaning. So I've got a glass jar with me here. I always recommend using glass when it comes to any nail polishes. You don't want to use a plastic just in case it's weak and it would, perish the plastic. I'm going to go in with a little bit of nail polish remover just into the pot, and watch as soon as I put this brush in here, so you can see the inside here. As soon as I put the brush in, it's going to start to take all of that away. Okay, so you can start to see it sitting on the surface. Can you see that gold in there? There you go. So you've actually taken it away from the brush. Keep just working into your brush, and that will clean it, get it out from there. And look at the bristles already. They're already coming clean. Super quick, super effective. And what I'm going to do is take a bit of kitchen towel, and once you've then got all of this off, what I would recommend doing, run it through with a warm tap and then use some of your Cadence brush cleaner. Again, the link will be in the description for your brush cleaner, and that will take any mediums out of there. Whether you've used this for paint, whether you've used it for paste, whether it's your gold leaf, it will just activate, and it actually foams in the ferrule of the brush, meaning it will release any product. I'm actually going to take a tiny little bit of nail polish remover as well, just on a bit of tissue, like you would when you're taking your varnish off. I'm going to go straight into the brush, and I'm just going to take off any that's then left over on here. So you can see my brush is nice and squeaky clean again. So you're ready to go again into your next project, and then it's all sorted. So again, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to share with you exactly what you're getting in here. Again, this is your Cadence Ceramic Creations bundle. And again, the code for that, go straight to the website, pop in BL0833, and then with that, you're going to get your washi sticker paper, ceramic tray, liquid leaf, and your paintbrushes for an incredible price of $22.49 if you're a Club Highlight member. Of course, $24.99 is our launch price that we've got here today, and that should have been $44.96. I mean, that is an amazing deal. Thank you so much for the team to making that happen, because this is brilliant. So definitely take advantage of that deal, for one, whilst we've got it, and secondly, it's going to go quick. I know it is, absolutely. But thank you so much for joining me today. It's been fabulous to have your company. Drop any questions in the comments below and we'll be sure to get back to you. But join us for the next one, because I can tell you now it's going to be soon. So we'll see you then. Bye. If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notification of all our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.